Hi guys, today I'm in a much better mood. I've just broken my fast this morning and I wanted to express to you the importance that I have found over the last 7 to 8 years exploring the different varieties of fasting, the importance in the energy exchange between us and our food, whether we're preparing our own food, the energetic exchange we have while we're preparing that food, or eating food that's prepared by somebody else, saying grace or having that gratitude for the food and the preparation and where it's come from and the nature it's been grown from and the sun that's given the energy to it to grow. And before I speak about this with you guys, I just wanted to express that all of these talks that I do, or anyone's talks to be fair, my advice would be to only let impress upon you what is expressed in a way that resonates with you or that is in alignment with that which you are trying to create for yourself and experience, and just fuck the rest off or let it pass like clouds in the sky. So the energy in food, Joseph Campbell speaks in The Power of the Myth. For those of you who don't know about Joseph Campbell, he co-created the original Star Wars films with George Lucas, and he was the one that put the spiritual background knowledge into it, like use the force, which is kind of telekinesis, being able to move objects with your mind. And he also wrote a great book called The Hero's Journey, which is about pretty much everyone and how we all start off and we have our challenges and then we overcome these challenges and we grow and we build ourselves up. Now in The Power of the Myth, he speaks of indigenous tribes and how when they would kill a bear or they would kill a buffalo for their food, they would sit down and have a ceremony with that animal before cooking it, before eating it, and have thanks for that animal that had given its life up or that they had taken, and that there was an exchange of gratitude for that. There are some beliefs that when we went through a dark age, which we've just come out of, that animals had an agreement with us that we could utilize them as an energy source. You can look this up yourself. It's just one perspective, there's many perspectives, and choose your own perspectives. On that note of choosing perspectives, I'd like to say, guys, look into the difference between legal and law, because there are certain companies, governments and police that are now registered companies that might try to use certain language to influence your decisions. But legally, if you're a living person and you're not doing any harm to anyone, there's no victim, I'll let you look into the rest for yourself. Back to the energy exchange with foods. So once we've exchanged that energy, it's almost like an alchemization or a transmutation of the negativity that's happened there. I'd advise looking into something called Ho'oponopono. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I'll put a little link to some good information about Ho'oponopono just here, which is a ancient shamanic Hawaiian practice that I've used many times with great results. So saying grace, I went to a Christian private school, and every day we was made to say grace when we had lunch or when we had any breaks. And the whole religion thing never really resonated with me until 2017, when I made a conscious decision to reread religious texts and to look into the Quran and to look into Judeo-Christianism, and basically decided that religion wasn't for me, but that there was points in all of them that had very, very good knowledge and wisdom within that I hadn't seen before because I wasn't ready to see it. There were veils there because of my beliefs that were instilled at a very young age, between 1 to 7, when I was in a theta brainwave, that maybe may have been blocking me from seeing and accessing that knowledge, or implementing it and turning the knowledge into wisdom. So saying grace, when we sit around our food, our energy field encompasses that food. So if you're buying a bottled water from Mexico, you don't know who that water's been on a plane with. You don't know who's driven that water to the supermarket. That person could have been pissed off and having a really shit day. And water has been shown to be affected by its environment. Sadhguru, I saw, once said that he would not let his daughter drink a bottle of water if it's handed to her by someone that was angry. And I started implementing this in my life, and it made big differences. So when the food is encompassed in your energy, in your Taurus field, by feeling gratitude and thanks for how that food got onto your plate, who prepared it, who delivered it, who sold it to you, we change up the energy of that food within our field, because it's impressed upon. As I'm expressing to you now, it impresses upon the food. This is why I say it's important to be conscious of what you let impress upon you, because consciously choose, because then your reality becomes what you're feeling good about and letting impress within, as within so without. There's one saying in the Bible, a couple of sayings that may not have been about fasting, but when I read them myself, and I was fasting at the time, had such an impact on what I was reading. One being, when you clean the inside of the cup, the outside becomes clean. The Taurus field looks like a cup, it looks like a chalice. Now I've noticed very much that when I clean up the inside and I fast, I feel a connection to everything. If I think about someone, I haven't seen someone, bang, they pop up really quickly. These things are speeded up. Now, when I've implemented this with withholding from speech for 7 days as well, I've really noticed how not only does it speed up the inside cleaning, but the Taurus field, or as Abraham Hicks speaks of, the outside vortex. So the other saying that I think can imply to fasting is it's more important what comes out of a man's mouth than what goes in, especially when it comes to creating reality and manifestation. So anyone watching these videos, I'm going to be hosting a men's fast for 7 days. I'd like to find between 6 to 12 guys that would like to participate in a fast that is designed to utilize the spikes in growth hormone and testosterone that occur between 48 hours and 72 hours of fasting, by using certain herbs, certain minerals, certain vitamins and certain amino acids and proteins that can really help utilize when that spike happens, and certain training techniques, because I have found training naturally for the last year, I have managed to increase my strength to pretty much what it was in the past when I've utilized various other substances. And not only that, but I've managed to maintain a higher level of clarity with focus on what I want to achieve, and I've felt a lot better as well, and I'm also definitely a lot more flexible. I'll also be running one for women, which will be I'd like feedback on, because I've run quite a few before, specifically around moon cycle times and how the moon affects the water in the body, and we're 72% water, and how this can be used to help with moon cycles. I've done some research in this and we've implemented it with several groups, but this is something I'd like to get some more data on, and for people to come in openly and have that experience in a safe environment with myself and a group of other people. So when you're preparing your food, there's many ways you can implement this. You can play certain music with certain frequencies that have been shown to affect water. So if you're cutting melons and mangoes and pineapples, this music will have an effect on the structure of the water. That is H320, so it's moleculed water, it's specific water that the body can absorb better than still water. And I personally feel a lot better when I use structured water. And you're probably seeing a lot of structured water and waters from fruits coming up on your timeline. And if you haven't, you probably will after this video, because that's the way algorithm of life works. So, or when you're preparing your food, just be thankful for the person that delivered it to the shop, as we said earlier. If anyone's just going to try this from these videos, that's great. I'd love to hear your feedback. If anybody wishes to come and have some guidance in this area and to explore and just see how the human body, this physical 3D human body, and above with the mental body, emotional body, astral body, energetic body, can be used to make a healthier lifestyle, then either message or put in the comments. Anyone who's not interested, don't bother commenting, probably won't read it. Have a great day.